are y'all doing, man? Guess what time it is? It's my favorite time of the month. Time for the mid-month messages. So, why is that my favorite time of the month? I'm going to tell you. It's my favorite time of the month because of what it is that I'm looking for. In the mid-month messages, I'm looking to see if timelines have changed. Yes, timelines can change. Very easily, might I add. All you got to do, among many other things, is take the advice that was provided in the main monthly reading and you actually apply that advice to your situation. That could potentially, easily change your timeline. That's the whole reason why I give advice. Now that's the whole reason for this video here tonight. So, any of you interested in scheduling a personal reading? All the information is in the description of this video. I do weekly live readings right here on this channel. You can pre-order anytime, 25 bucks. They're read every Sunday in the order of which they come in. I do 24-hour full personal readings, one-on-one Zoom calls, and now introducing in-person readings as well. All that and everything else you need to know is down there in the description of this video. All right? All right, let's jump into this. I want to just start this off by looking at your love interest. Let's see if timelines changed. Have timelines changed between Capricorn and the person that they're interested in? If timelines change, did they change for the better or for the worse? Or have timelines just stayed the same? Whoop, 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 boom, Chariot. Queen of Pentacles. Hey, what's Capricorn's favorite card? Yeah, buddy. Hang on a second. Man, a lot of pentacles up in here. A lot of pentacles. I don't know, man. Look. 8 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. If I ain't pulling some goddamn Capricorn energy, I don't even know what the fuck I'm pulling. Because look at this shit, dude. Chariot. This is kind of telling me that you're probably just closing the door on this, moving on from this, isolating, kind of going within, and then just putting your face down in your work, focusing on your career, your finance, and your goals. And it looks like you're doing that very successfully, might I add. Yeah. It's kind of looking to me like you're just pulling your face away from drama or inconsistency, you know, dealing with somebody that's just stringing you along, slamming the door on that, saying, fuck this, I ain't got time for this. I'm going to focus on getting my bag. And you're doing that very successfully. Very successfully. So, some of you dealing with a Libra. I also have Cancer, Virgo, Cancer again. Okay. Could be anybody, you know that. Those are just energies. Well, let me see how this person feels about you. What's going on here? It's literally not telling me anything about what's going on or why or... Let me just look at this person's energy. Let's see their feelings, energies, and intentions. By the way, don't feel singled out. That is an incredibly common message to come through for that particular part of the video. Your love interest, 75% of the signs are moving away from their love interest. Trust me, you're not alone. This Aries season, we starting new, starting fresh, shedding old fucking vibrational baggage. All right. How's this person see you? How do they feel about you? What's going on here, man? What is the dealio, Emilio? 6 of Swords. 7 of Cups. Kind of feels like they just want to keep their options open. They want to keep their options open. Fuck around, play the field, play games. I've been trying to steer around it, but they're still hung up on an ex. Kind of feels like somebody just trying to fill a void from past heartbreak. You know, I think they do want to settle down deep down inside, but right now they have too much heartbreak they're dealing with. You know, now, how long have they been doing this? I don't know. Most of the time, when this energy comes through, it's usually recent. So, do you know of this person being fresh out of a relationship, maybe? Like within the last month or two or anything like that? That's not always the case. Hey, every now and then. Matter of fact, I had a client a couple of weeks ago dealing with somebody that was still hung up on an ex they broke up with 5 years ago. So that's possible, but yeah, this individual is having a really, really, really hard time filling the void. So I just don't, they want to settle down, but they're not ready to settle down. And that's probably why a lot of you are getting a lot of mixed signals, because they have mixed feelings. You know? They're inconsistent. They don't know what they want. They feel one way one day, another way another day. This person's all over the place, man. All over the daggone place. So, I guess let's get the advice. They do got feelings for you. But, like I said, they don't know how they feel. They feel different from one day to the next. I don't know, man. Goddamn. Let's get the advice here. What's the advice? Say, Seven of Pentacles. Man, I've given that advice more in the month of April than I have in my whole fucking career. So I got to be kind of careful how I give this advice. And the Temperance reverse, that's fucking perfect, dude. See, here's the trouble. I don't want to just blindly tell you to walk away from somebody. I just had a client on a Zoom call yesterday. I was telling them the same thing. I was like, well, I don't want to just tell you what to do. You know, nothing is more important than you learning the lesson yourself and you making the decision when you're going to draw the line. We've all been in cycles like that, you know, whether it's a repeat cycle or somebody that's just stringing you along. And if you don't put a stop to the cycle, it's just going to keep going and keep going. What you allow is what will persist. So that's when you have to go inside and ask yourself, how long am I going to be willing to put up with this shit before I draw the line? And that's an open-ended question. I'm not going to tell you when to draw the line. I'm seeing a lot of you already are. I think I'm mainly talking to the few of you who are just still really hung up on this. I'm not going to tell you to just walk away from this person. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to tell you that. I know now a lot of you are probably going to fall off because I'm only talking to a small group of you. But for the little handful of you that just cannot seem to release this, that's okay. That's okay. But the only thing I would recommend is that you be thinking to yourself, how long am I willing to wait? How far am I willing to let this person push me? At what point am I going to finally draw the line and realize that I'm wasting my time? At what point? How many times am I going to let you lie to me before I admit to myself that you're a fucking liar? You know, some people, they have strong feelings for somebody. That person lies to them. They forgive them. They lie to them again, and oh, it just hurts them so bad they can't believe it. but they forgive them. Then they lie to them again, and it hurts them so bad they can't believe it, but they forgive them. And then they lie to them again, and oh man, it hurts them so bad, and they can't believe it, but they forgive them, and on and on and on and on and on. How many times am I going to let you lie to me before I admit you're a fucking liar? How many times? That's an open-ended question. That's totally between you and you. So I'm just going to put that out there. Man, I think that's a theme that lots of people are going through. Now we're going into Taurus season. Leaving Aries season and going into Taurus season, shedding old vibrational baggage. I have given that same advice. I can't even count how many times I've given that same advice just in the month of April. All right, gonna shift gears now. Let's see what's going on with the person you dealt with in the past. Past person, how are timelines looking? How are timelines looking between Capricorn and the past person? Person you dealt with in the past, have timelines changed? If timelines change, did they change for the better or for the worse? 2 more shuffles. Boom. 5 of Cups reversed. There's the block communication card here. You're healing from this, and you don't even know it, do you? Some of you may know, but even if you are aware of you're aware of the fact that you're healing, I don't think a lot of you are aware of just how much healing you're doing. I don't really see this person coming forward. Any blocks in communication? I'm not seeing either of you taking any action to work around those blocks in communication. Some of you dealt with somebody who has an addiction issue, substance abuse issue. Doesn't have to be, but regardless, whatever negative qualities this person had, whether it was addiction, alcoholism, sex addiction, porno addiction, food addiction, whatever the fuck, whatever it was going on with this person, it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. Not only has it not changed, well, let me back that up a second. It may have changed, but not for the better. Most of the time, when this devil card comes out like this, they've gotten worse. They've gotten worse. Hey, no judgment, dude. No judgment. I totally understand what it's like to have fucking demons attached to you. Oh, God. Oh, God, I understand what that's like. But you got to be fighting that battle. And I use that term very figuratively because you don't want to fight your demons. That's a different topic for a different time. You want to make friends with your demons. And you show them love. And that's what transmutes it and they leave. Long story. But they're not, they haven't figured out how to fight that battle, for the lack of a better phrase. Death reversed. So they're not releasing this. They haven't let go of this, but they're trying to like distract themselves from it. They've given up hope, but they haven't released it. Does that make sense? They've given up hope, but they haven't released it because they don't know how to release it. And for some of you, especially if they have some kind of substance abuse issue, most people who have substance abuse issues, the reason why they're abusing substances is because they're shit they don't know how to release and they want to numb it out so they don't have to feel it, you know? That's 90% of the addiction epidemic. Anyway, again, different topic for a different time. I'm not seeing any action happening here, though, y'all. Let me see how this person feels about you at the deepest level. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? How do they see you? How do they feel about you? What's their energy look like? What kind of person are they in general? See? Told you. Throwing in the white towel. Throwing in the white towel, man. They just completely given up hope on this connection altogether. Yeah, see? They're giving up on this, but they still feel a really strong karmic tie. I don't think they want to, though. I think they wish they could just turn it off. They wish they could just rub a magic lamp and have a genie pop out, grant them a wish, and say, I wish for my feelings for Capricorn to fucking go away. Right? So, they want to pretend that they've gotten over it. They want you to think that they have. And I think they genuinely are trying to. I'm not saying they're not trying to. They're just not doing it right. They're just trying to forget about this. They're trying to block out your memory, you know? Again, some of you, they're trying to do that with substances. And for a lot of you, they're probably definitely trying to just go out and fuck around and find new sex partners and hoping that that helps the process too. Okay. All right, some of you dealt with a Sagittarius. That's the only major arcana I have here. Could be anybody. That's just an energy. Let's get the advice here. What's the advice for Capricorn with the person from the past? What's the advice? What's the advice? What's the advice? Chariot reversed. World card reversed. Okay. Ooh, 7 of Wands. Okay, well, closure is going to have to happen at some point in 2025. I would recommend, okay, how many of you grabbed up my course for the month of April? The Steps to True Healing. I have that course in the description. Breaks it down and explains true healing, how it's really done, how to transmute and release pretty much fucking anything. I would be working on that as much as you can. Hey, sometimes it's still, even though you can transmute the shit out of something and still have a little energetic hook attached to you. That can happen sometimes. Me personally, the way I like to handle it, for those of you who got that course, all the shit I talk about in that course, I work on that for no less than 1 year. No less. Most of the time, 1 year just gets the process started. But I work on that for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, however long it takes. And by the time I'm coming up on like 3 or 4 years, if I still feel an energetic hook and I just can't unhook that motherfucker, that's when I reach out and get closure. That's when I'll do that. That's when I'll do that. I've had to do that 6 times in the past 5 years. 6 times. If you're serious about your healing, spiritual, evolutionary path, you're eventually going to have to do that at some point with somebody from your past. Oh yeah, you will. Now there are exceptions to that. There are exceptions to that. There's 2 people from my past that I will never reach out to. Never. I'll work for 10 years releasing that if I have to, because I don't trust them. They are not to be trusted. So, use your better judgment and your discernment. If you're dealing with a narcissist, a manipulator, and you don't trust them like that, then don't do that. Keep working in here. But, yeah. So I don't know how long you and this person have been separated, or how much healing work you've been doing. But, yeah. If it's been recent, give it a little bit more time. If this wasn't recent, I would be working on as much healing and releasing as I can throughout 2025. And if you're still having a hard time releasing this person energetically, it might be time for a closure message before 2025 is over. And I'm going to tell you what, I don't know if you noticed this or not. I know it's only April, but you going to jump down, turn around, fart, and cough, and we're going to be hanging up Christmas lights. It's going to be Capricorn season next fucking week. It's how fast this shit flies by, dude. Ever since 2020. Pew, 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 pew. The years just fly the fuck by, dude. I know. Like, pre-2020, if you were to talk about Christmas in April, you're like, God damn, that's a long ways away. Now, post-2020, oh, I know. It's only Easter, but God damn it. I'm gonna fucking fart and cough, and it's gonna be Christmas. It's how fucking fast the shit flies by. So be sure you're paying attention to all the energy work, because time is speeding up. The vibrations of the planet are speeding up. Ain't nothing slowing down for nobody. So we got to be real mindful of our energetic pathway we're carving out moving forward, because it's moving fast now, dude. All right. Let's see who's coming in next. Who's coming in next? Is Capricorn still on the same timeline with the next person coming in? If timelines change, did they change for the better or for the worse? Who's the next person coming in for Capricorn? Woo! Devil card reversed. Well, I do think that there is somebody that's interested in you that doesn't have the best of intentions. There's a real strong energy of somebody that has their eye on you. And honestly, I don't think it's somebody that you look at that way. With the 4 of Cups here, you may not even know who the hell I'm talking about. Like that fucking coworker that you least expect, for example, And I do think this person's planning on feeling things out to find the right opportunity to see if they can sneak up in there. But 7 of Swords, Devil card, 5 of Wands, Lovers card reversed. Now, it's funny because usually a message like this indicates that you're being tested. I've been telling that to a lot of signs too. I don't have the energy for you being tested though, so I don't think I want to say that. I don't want to call this a test. But you could use it as a test for yourself. There's a chance that somebody around you that you don't look at like that has their eye on you, and they don't have the best intentions. Just want to use you for something. Like, if you're a woman that deals with men, probably just wants some booty. If you're a man that deals with women, she probably just wants your money. You know, like, whatever this person wants, it's not to lay a solid foundation and build a life partnership. It's just to use you for what they can get from you. All right, well, let's see. I guess let's get an outcome spread. What's the outcome? Outcome. Ooh, Justice card, Star card reverse. Queen of Wands. This person might be a little bit too intimidated to approach you. They may. Ten of Wands, Ace of Swords. I don't know. They may kind of flirt with you a little bit. Possibly. They may do some things to try to get your attention a little bit. But I think they're just a little bit too intimidated to come straight forward. You know? I think so. So I don't really think you're going to have to worry about that. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I think the majority of you aren't really going to have to worry about anything. I don't really think you're coming together with this person. I don't think so. I don't think so. Seven of Swords reversed. Queen of Wands. Yeah. But I do think that this person does stand between you and the next person that is coming in. So that's why it depends. If you decide to say, what the hell, and jump in and see what's up with this person, you may go through a repeat of a past cycle. I don't think the majority of you are going to do that, though. I don't think so. Let me get some advice here. This is a strange message. What's the advice? What's the advice? What's the advice? Woo! Ten of Pentacles. Hey, man. Keep your goals and your priorities number one. Goals and priorities number one. I'm going to tell you right now, you cannot afford to let anybody come into your life that's not going to add to your life. You can't afford that. I'm telling you right now. You either need a teammate that's going to build with you or no one. Because this is one of those types of things, the path that you're on with your energy, you can't carry dead weight. You will never reach the top of the mountain carrying dead weight. You just won't. You won't. And if somebody's not building with you, they're dead weight. They're dead weight. See, that's why y'all are represented by the goat. What do goats do? They climb fucking mountains. Right? They climb mountains. But they can't climb mountains with dead weight hanging from their backs. They can't do it. They cannot. So at the end of the day, if somebody makes their way into your life, I'm not just going to blindly tell you to avoid it. I'm not just going to blindly say that. I will say, though, that give enough time to assess a person or a situation enough to be able to determine Are you on my team or are you in my way? What are your goals? What are your values? What are your aspirations? What are your dreams? Can we take yours and mine and come together and build an empire? Can we do that? If we can, you're welcome in my life. If not, you ain't gonna do nothing but fucking hold me back. Nothing but hold me back. So, okay. Now, that was kind of a weird message, but anyway, let's see. We got Scott with a super chat. We got Erica with a super chat. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Anyway, on that note, I feel like those were the messages that my Capricorn family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is right down there in the description. Okay? I'm out of here now, y'all. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.